We are building a 120p aquarium, which is 240 liters with Gary here, lava stones or Fuji stones, Impa glue. This is going to be a very exciting project, but I cannot continue before I tell you that I spent the last 3 months programming something on a high scale. And that is artificial intelligence about aquascaping. I have built and I am continuously building an AI chatbot. I will let you know when this whole thing is going to be released because it's a huge amount of work. I'm building a knowledge base, my knowledge base, into a computer, into the system. How progressive is that? I love it. So stay tuned, guys. We will let you know when this comes. But before we continue, we will build this aquarium. Welcome to the beautiful world of aquascaping. We are trying to build pillars. Yes, let's glue this. Will it hold?
Probably.
Probably. Let's not ruin the glass. How cool this would be. Check this out. Do we want to get out of the water?
No.
Why not?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You want to stay below the water?
How do you clean the glass? Here, here, here.
I would put plants in here. Then you could cover the whole thing with hydrocotyle. It would look better than just having rocks at the bottom.
Get out of the tank a little bit, not too much.
Okay, I have decided that this goes like that.
Okay, I take it.
You take it?
Yeah, I take it.
Good. The good thing about lava stones and Impa glue is that the lava stones have these little holes in it, and the glue will just go into the hole so that it can like bind together these rocks really sturdy. Gary, this is not working. It's absolutely not attached. Check this out.
I see.
Let's glue it again. Ochi. Bochi. We really sweated on gluing these two big rocks together. The glue somehow just didn't want to attach to the rocks, so we had to break it, we had to re-glue it, and then we had to re-glue it for the second time, and it's still not holding, and now I'm waiting for it to heal. Guys, I don't want this here. And then I will glue another big rock to the back, which will hold the weight, which is leaning towards the center, to hold the weight back, so that the whole thing will not tilt down. Now this will be fine. Okay, let's build another pillar. So the idea is, I did this before the creation of Aquascape, and that was sculpted by a friend of mine. The whole structure leaned towards the center. Right now, I don't want to have a central composition. What I want to do is to have a triangle composition, everything from the left side to lean down to the right side. But it should lean down like those branches, like in this shape. Okay, Gary. I don't know. I don't know. Oh yeah. Holy, we did it. This is going to be the leg. See, so it's leaning down like that. It's gonna look great. Do you need to rinse the rocks? You don't, actually, we never rinse these rocks. If you want to be sure and you don't want any dust in the aquarium, you can, pressure wash it, you can rinse it, whatever you want to do. We rarely do it, except with the dragon stones that we clean, because those are very, very dusty. Okie dokie, this has hardened. Check this out. Don't move the table, Gary.
Okay.
So,
next step.
More. Please.
More structure.
Yeah, we need at least 5, 6 more of this. Okay, check this out. It's going nicely, but if I put this back in here, no. We have this big one that needs to be addressed somehow. This would work perfectly. So, over there. Good. Thank you. Now this one, still not 100%. Check this out. Same problem. There are certain surfaces that would just not connect to the glue. See?
Yeah.
Now I put a lot, so he has no choice but to heal. Your nose is full of glue. Oh, it's getting better. Gary, I don't want to glue anymore today. I'm tired.
I'm fed up with it too.
Are you now?
Yeah.
There you go. Good, thank you. If in 1 hour and 50 minutes we're done with 2/3 of the hardscape, we're good.
Yeah, but
That's...
the glue is frustrating me.
Yeah, the glue's frustrating me too, don't worry about it. We could put this here or here. Let's support it with something. So I'm trying to use these WIO Hardscape materials. The first one would be the sand. We are going to have green plants everywhere. So that's going to be a high contrast. If I put white sand or lighter color sand, it would look just like any other tank in the gallery. Let's use the soil and let's put it in the back. Okay, so the idea is to have sand all the way to the back.
Yes.
And then the soil will start from here to the left. So what I'm doing is I'm filling it up to like raise the level, because if you raise the level, you will be able to plant in it. Obviously the plants that you put in there will not grow as fast as is in normal clay-based soil, but at least we're gonna be able to like hold the roots of them. Detail is often neglected, but a very, very important aspect of aquascaping. The only thing that I'm afraid of is that these are going to float up. Are you afraid of that too?
Sometimes, yes.
Because if it's filled with air, in the long run it will stay down, but when you feel the thing is up, this one will surely float up. Check this out.
Yes. No.
Okay, it doesn't float up. Test it. Okay, Gary, time for plants. I will need epiphyte plants, only green ones. We don't use any reddish. Thank you, Tropica, for sponsoring us with these beautiful plants here. We've only asked epiphyte plants today because I didn't know what I'm going to do, and I was planning for a universal wall-like structure in the back. I'm going to use most of the epiphyte plants that we got, and I'm going to add other tropical plants that I can plant. We do have some Bucephalandra, however. I put a lot of small stones in the back on top of the soil so that I can just put in these fern types in there, and I'm going to have to like plan to have a lot of ferns in the back left corner, which are going to like come together with the structure, and then I'm moving into the epiphyte plants like that, and the rest of it is going to be glued onto the rocks. And with that said, let's start planting. Microzorum Therapus Nero. This will go in the back. The Microzorum Trident will come just before that. Anubias gracilis, it has a very interesting leaf structure, and I will use this as an accent somewhere. It is an epiphyte plant. Green Aqua Geotype Super Glue. That will help me to glue these guys onto these cracks and these glue pieces that need to disappear. Unicoin, I love this plant. It can add such a delicate detail to any scape, enhancing the scale of the layout by the small leaves. And it has nice lush colors. I would just love to use it everywhere. So the left side is getting along nicely. I want to put something here. And we ran out of minicoin. What do we have there?
Bulbulus.
The small bulbulus, yes. Oh, beautiful. Check this out. How nicely this actually helped it. Gary, we need foreground plants for the background.
What kind of foreground plant do you want to use?
I don't know what kind of foreground plants I want to use. Tommy, what kind of foreground plants do you want to put here? Here and here.
Red.
Red? I said no red plants in the scape. Give me something green.
You said epiphytes only.
I know I did. The rule's changing, Tommy.
Regular tenant.
Yeah? Tenerum green. Brasiliensis. So let's mix it. 2/3 Brasiliensis, 1/3 Tenerum green. The difference between them is that I think that Tenerum green is not covering the carpet fully. So it will leave some space between the plants. That's why I wanted to go mainly for the Brasiliensis. Also, another good thing about the Brasiliensis is that it doesn't really need as much light as, for example, the hairgrass. So it can probably survive below the rocks in that position over there. I used to have like a 120p tank many years ago in the old gallery of Green Aqua that had only one plant, this Brasiliensis, and everybody liked it a lot. I've even talked to Mr. Amano about it, and he said that it's one of his favorite Brasiliensis carpet layouts, and I was so proud. Okay, Gary.
On the top?
Yes, please. This will grow up for sure above the water. We could glue some Ricardia here, here. I want to add this as accent here and there. Gary, I think we're done. How about that? Good? Thank you so much, man. Fill it up with water and decide on the fish, man. We cannot go without deciding on the fish. We always select the fish at the end of all the builds. And I think that the fish are the crown of an aquascape. So my first idea was to use the Raminos tetras.
Yeah, I can imagine, for example, the Hippus obricans, Swaglesi or Megaloptera. We use it in your 60p.
Right now?
Black ones, yeah. And we have that black ones too. Don't like it because it's also black.
They're big. They're also black. No, but you know what I like about the Raminos tetras is that they swim together. Any cories that you would think that would go well with the Raminos at the bottom?
Oh yeah, I can imagine some cories.
Which ones? Some black and white cories, obviously. And how many of the Raminoses do we want to add?
40 Raminos and...
40?
Yeah.
More.
I can give you 50.
What we do, and believe me, this is what we do. We introduce 50, and 2 weeks later, when everybody's okay, I come and look at it. Please give me 20 more. And then he gives me 20 more. But you guys, you never see that. You always see like a half-empty tank. Oh, and then, oh, the aquarium is about plants and everything. No, it's not. It's just Lori didn't let me do that. No, I'm kidding. Thank you, man. Fish selection, done. video done. Don't go anywhere because you're gonna see how this thing looks with 50 Raminos tetras in this in just a minute. And don't forget to subscribe, to like, to help the video production of this channel. We need all the support that we can get from you. And don't forget, AI is coming. Balázs is knowledge in the machine. See you next time. Bye.